Hey, good morning.
We're only
England.
15 minutes late.
It's Jack's fault. My
It
phone
was
wasn't
my
working.
fault. My useless Yorkshire internet and computer
There you
and
go.
microphone and camera and general well-being, really.
I'm just waiting for Tim to say hello. I'll go sit over there in the meantime. All right, so how you doing, boys?
All good.
We're all right.
All good.
Now my computer's working.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to another live show. As you can see, with this
You're covering your mic, Seb.
Seb put on. We're going to see the Challenge Cup final. The English Challenge Cup final.
Why does Seb sound so weird?
Who against who?
I don't know.
Why do you sound weird?
You what? I sound weird.
Yeah.
What have you done with your mic?
More annoying than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have my headphones on.
Yeah, you might want to put. Oh, you kind of
Yeah, I can put them on whilst I'm waiting to
put them
Tim
on.
Watson.
Here he is. Hi, Tim.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, hello, Tim.
Put Seb on the full screen.
Hang
Hello,
on.
Tim.
It's got a surprise.
Tim,
Solo layout.
surprise for you.
Oh God.
Got this preaching boy. I don't know how to preach, so I can't get your face on it. I've written down Tim Watson here. So this is you. This is you, yeah? Those people watching, you don't know who Tim is. Tim is the referee that made us lose the 2017 World Cup. So, I particularly hate Tim a lot.
Don't have this, Tim.
I decided to rip his face off with my punching bag here. See? This is Tim. Tim! Tim! I hate you, Tim! I hate you, Tim! There you go.
So that's not a message from all of us, Tim. We quite like you.
Yeah, I quite like you, Tim. I'm not endorsing that whatsoever.
Oh dear.
Well, there you go, Tim. That's what's waiting for you next time we see each other.
Sweep the leg, Tim. Sweep the
A
leg.
lot of screaming.
Stop it. Right.
To business.
Yeah, let's get this underway.
So today is the Challenge Cup final 2019 between Leeds and the Argonauts Skeleton Army.
It's a dark day.
I think I were commentating this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mosquitoes are deadly, you know, Tim. Actually, the most deadly living thing on the earth for humans. Just so you know.
How loud is the sound for this for you guys?
Oh, we don't get it, mate. You're the only one who can hear it.
I'm going to turn this so far down, it's unreal. It's blowing my head off.
Yeah, Seb floats like a mosquito and stings like when he pees.
Wow, you're so funny, guys. You're so funny.
Right, let's skip this to the kickoff. Hey-oh.
Here we go.
Yeah, I definitely need to get out more. Thanks, Gary.
I think we all do.
But I can't hear, so. All right. So Leeds against Argonauts.
Yeah, man.
Where's Halifax then?
They got beat.
Oh, they got beat, did they?
We got annihilated by Leeds in the. I think it was the first game, our first game of the Challenge Cup tournament.
So if I remember this is the year that Leeds are having high hopes for winning everything in the same year. Oh, this is in Sheffield, isn't it?
Yeah, this is EIS.
Yeah, I remember that place. Look at
That was a good start. That's a good start for Leeds, not just because of the try, but their actual play of the ball was rapid. The timing was bang on there.
Yeah, that was a great start from Leeds. Good fast play of the ball from all of the players. I think so. This is a perfect example of where since 2017, all of the Leeds players have really, you know, all of them have each individually stepped up.
Yeah,
it was all down to you, wasn't it, Seb?
All down to me, yeah, mate. ever since I joined Leeds in 2015, this team has just gone up this high slope, up to where they are now. All down to when I joined them in 2015.
It's not even on the pitch.
When they were at their lowest moment of the league. I'm not awake yet. I'm sorry. I'm just. Scraps.
Not like
good kicking. It is,
like
mate. If you remember well, June Test match against France, he missed every kick as well. I just think it's normal now when Scraps misses a kick. I'm actually surprised when he actually gets one in.
Like Wayne.
Well, Wayne gets them all in. I love Wayne.
What was it like, Fred? Because I haven't played. I've obviously trained on it, but what's it like game-wise?
Yeah, it's fine, man. It's like, I mean, I know that some of the Leeds players had a bit of a problem with the which was the outline, but I thought for us it was pretty decent.
Oof. But this isn't the full-size court they have at Sheffield, is it? This is like the small one on the side where we train.
Yeah, no, so we're playing. Do you see where the red border is? We're playing up to that as well.
Yeah, to the end of it.
Basketball,
yeah.
I think.
Non, merci, c'est bon. Wait, I haven't actually watched the rugby yet. I want to try and read Les Shaw's message. Lads, we're still learning this game here in SEQ. What's one key thing one team should seek to do in this sport? Is it maintain possession, meters game, defense, camaraderie, skill, mindset?
Let's all give one answer each, see if they're the same.
What's one thing each of you
camaraderie
believes key to this sport?
Right, go on, Fred. What's yours?
Camaraderie, mate.
Seb?
Team play.
For me, it's just the play of the ball. I think once you
get
the play of the ball fast and you really start bossing that, everything else starts to come together.
Yeah, I agree on that. I wanted to say that, and I thought everyone's going to think it's a team sport. You've got to play together, but I think in wheelchair rugby league, the most important thing is the fast play of the ball. Honestly, it's like a secret weapon that hardly anyone uses.
Man. You've got to have fun while you play, dude. If you and your team ain't having fun while you're playing, there's no point playing.
Oh, of course, but you have more fun when you're winning. So
I don't know.
You do,
mate. I've seen some teams have arguments in car parks after destroying our demigod team, and all of us that went to the pub and have a laugh, and they were all having an argument in the car park.
I've always been in a team where good atmosphere is always.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You're already in it, so
Yeah. Even when we lose, but we never do. So Where is SEQ?
Didn't you lose the grand final last year?
No. This is my tactic of keep hold of that ball because they've not made a call yet, so I keep hold of it and everyone can get back on D, all that sort of stuff. I was like, just keep hold of that ball.
Pretend to fall over.
Oh no, there was no pretend. I went flying.
Even when we lose, but we never do.
Mercy. Nice pick up.
Oh, seems so frustrating.
So,
for your Les, play of the ball, the best thing is one thing Seb does all the time is before games and training, he takes off his tag and puts it back on repeatedly, loads of times, just to get muscle memory for where his Velcro is. And the best tip for actually getting a fast player ball is before you're going into a tackle, if you give your left shoulder, hold the ball in your right arm. Because
the other way around.
The other way around. If you give your left shoulder, hold the ball with your left hand, and that once you've made contact, your right arm's free to tag up, and you can play with your left hand quicker. If that makes sense, I might have just balls that all up, but make sure you're only giving one shoulder and hold the ball.
You're pushing. You get to you start breaking before the contact. Hand on the ball. They're giving the left shoulder. He takes the tag off because it's quite obvious. He's got to grab that one. And with your right hand that's free, just put it on, play the ball. Fast play the ball, done.
See, I knew Seb would fix it.
Shouldn't you have a guest from Leeds Rhinos to go through this game? We should. Why don't we? I vote Tom Haliwell.
I'll tell you what. Oh, send him a link.
Send him the ring
now. Give him a ring.
Karen. I take I'm not good enough. Cheers.
Give him a ring. Calling him now. Tom Haliwell.
I think Karen's scared that we're going to be Leeds bashing too much.
What do you mean? They won.
He's not answering. Well, I don't want any other Leeds lads.
Are you on the phone?
Hello. Good afternoon, Tom.
Oh, you rang him.
Good. Can you just come and join us on the stream, please, mate?
No.
Just need to get changed. Okay.
He doesn't need to get changed.
Oh, you're on the toilet. Oh. Oh, sorry. Sorry to bother you.
Well, let's pause this.
See you in a minute then. We'll send you a link and you can join us as quick as possible.
He only needs to get dressed on his upper half.
Yeah, right. See ya.
I hope you're happy, Cameron.
Tom Haliwell, Leeds Rhinos star player, is joining us. Also England player who just came back from an Ashes tour over Australia. And just a question for you, Les. So you just started the game in SEQ. I'm guessing that's Southeast Queensland. Does that come from our tour over there? Did you start playing after our tour? Thank you for your answer whenever you do reply. And yeah, for the muscle memory comment, Jack mentioned what I do. I also do it at home. I bring a few tags at home and put the playing top on and just repeatedly, even just do it slowly, and my arm will instantly remember where it is just from muscle memory. And then during a game, I just don't have to think about it. It just takes a second, and you practice putting both on as well, because it happens often in a game where both your tags are off. And I see a lot of players when both tags are off, they just put their hand up and say, "Oh, sorry, 2 tags." And they take about 5 minutes to put 2 tags on. But it's just as quick to put 2 tags on as 1 tag on. So you can fast play the ball after a double tagging as well. Tack, 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 tack. Throw the ball. See? Tack, 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 tack. It's a bit like my punching, mate.
Out of breath after 2 minutes.
You ran the tags for that game. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I remember you, mate.
He remembers him because he didn't elbow him in the face like the French tag collector did.
Let me look at. Right, I'll go on your Facebook page. I'll look at a picture. I'll probably remember. I've got good. I remember you.
Right, let's carry on with this.
Big strong lad.
I sent the thing to Haliwell. He's seen it, but he ain't coming on.
Yeah, he's just finishing his business, personal business. Mate, and Jack, by the way, if you could avoid turning your head like that now, because we can see your man bun, and I hate it.
Oh, look at that!
No,
look at that.
No.
That's what's that? In tribute to Joe Coyde's cutting his hair. We've got to have someone with a man bun in the team.
He's on the way. Here he is.
I'm here.
Tommy Haliwell.
What you got?
Oh, he looks like he's about to spit some bad
I thought he was bringing some England gear on. He's actually looking like a gangster.
Literally. I've just put out a shower now.
Take your hat off, Tom. We're comparing haircuts.
Oh my god. Here. Look at that. Never attempt
all about the fade is Haliwell. All about the fade.
Oh dear. Right.
Never attempt to cut your hair.
Karen, happy now?
Thanks, Karen.
Karen, now you have to share the stream 14 times.
At least.
Yeah, so there's already been 2 scores.
Merci Isabelle de regarder. Des gros bisous à Isabelle.
It's been 3.
Oh no, 3, wasn't there? Yeah, 2 from you guys.
Fred got it in
Right,
corner.
press pause. Let us answer these questions. We can't do both at the same time. If not, we're not watching the game.
All right, I'll pause again. Cheers, mate.
Pause the game.
We could just skip
Pause
through.
the game, right. So why do you guys play this game? Why did you start? What's the biggest positive for each of you about this sport? Go on. Fred, you're at the top over there, so you start.
For me, I started this game because a friend of mine was at a club and he wanted to get something going. He had a car accident. He was taking off his motorbike, ended up in a wheelchair. And I said, look, if you try and start anything up, give us a shout. I'll be there. Started it up. didn't like the way the club was going with the whole disabled sports sort of thing, and so I ended up starting my own charity, and that's who's playing now. And just basically, I had a few friends who had some motorbike accidents and stuff, and got them all together, and we started playing. That's ours in a nutshell.
Nice. I play the game because, well, first of all, I absolutely love rugby. I started because I had a motorbike accident in 2012 and lost my right leg. I got involved with the Catalan Dragons. They invited me to come over, and I wanted to try it out because I couldn't do any sport with my legs anymore. So just it was the first opportunity I had to try a sport in a wheelchair. Loved it straight away. I mean, I already played rugby, and I just absolutely loved rugby as a sport. And I feel like wheelchair rugby league is so close to the actual game. There's still all the contact and everything. It's still a very contact sport, whereas other wheelchair sports aren't as contact friendly kind of thing. So I love it for that reason. The biggest positive about the sport is how inclusive it is and how fun it is, and also enjoying it. You can enjoy watching it as well. Where I think, not against any other sport, but watching other wheelchair sports, I find them more boring to watch than wheelchair rugby league. Whereas wheelchair rugby league is just such a fun sport to play and to watch. And and then it's just so inclusive. You can play with absolutely anyone, young people, old people, women, men, disabled, able-bodied. You can just, you could play with your dad, you could play with your brother, you could play with a disabled person. I don't know. I think it's an amazing game and absolutely love it.
Oh, good.
I think it was Jack's turn, mate.
Oh, right. So I played wheelchair basketball with my brother. And then we were lucky enough for our chairman to be the founder of the sport over here. So he was with the first team that ever played the sport. And then Harry's gone on to play basketball, and I carry on playing the rugby. And the reason for that is just because it's awesome. And in my opinion, like Seb says, watching it, it's the only wheelchair sport where in my opinion, the wheelchair sport is better than the AB style sport.
Mine too. My opinion too. He forgot to mention that his brother lost both his legs. You didn't mention why.
Yeah, you missed that key part of why you initially started.
And then you called him Harry. Harry is his brother. His brother is disabled. He's lost 2 legs.
Fine. Okay. Harry got meningitis when he was 2. He lost both his legs, and he's really, really good and much, much better than me. So we're going to talk about him for the rest of the stream. How's that, Seb?
Yeah, that was better. And baloney is definitely classed as a disability, you dick. Your turn, Tom.
I grew up playing running game since I was 4, so I've always been involved. And then Josh Butley, he also played, but I remember there was one game where he played where he said he could see 3 balls because his vision was so bad, and he would just aim for middle one, and he made like so many errors or something like that. So Nicola, my auntie, said, What's up with you? How come you're making so many mistakes in that? So he was just saying, I can see 3 balls. I'm just going for the middle one every time. So originally he went because he went to got his eyes tested and stuff, and they all said that the thickness of his glasses are too big to get goggles so he can play. So originally he was bummed and he couldn't play anymore. And then next minute he was in primary school at the time for this, and then the next minute Leeds Rhinos wheelchair team were doing road shows and stuff, going into schools and getting chairs in and letting everyone like play at the game and that. And then Josh were up straight away, and that's where we got involved. But I didn't start until a year or 2 after that, because I broke my leg playing running game. And then I was like, I can't do anything now. And I went round for a training session, and then ever since then I've just been into it. It's class. The pace of it is just unbelievable. That's what I love the most, just the pace and the hits and everything, really. And then that's me. So I started.
Good, mate. Thank you. So, thank you guys. Great, appreciate it. Gotta check out. Keep up the great work.
Read out the comment, dude. Don't just.
Cool. Let's get the game back on now that we've answered that. Done and dusted. Can we watch it from the beginning? Because I haven't watched anything yet.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding.
I've just skipped it all the way back.
Go on then. It's fine. Let's start from now. Right. So, Argonauts against Leeds Rhinos. We're just saying how much you all stepped up, Tom, since like 2017 World Cup. All of your players, like you, Josh, Scraps, James, everyone have just improved massively since 2017.
I think it helps from the England caps are gone, so we're against everyone who's at that top level in England. So we have to step up, or we're not going to be there pretty much. So I think that's one of the reasons why we've gone on the run we have.
Oh, blocking.
That were a bit of a obstruction.
Even like James Simpson's improvement is one of those that impressed me the most. I mean, he was, no offense, James, you were shit before.
Wow.
And like now, mate, you're like a proper fast player. You've got good evading skills. He's fast player of the ball. He's much better than he used to be.
I think some of that is to do with the stuff he does. I think some of that's to do with the stuff he does like off it pitch. So he does Pilates and yoga and stuff just to try and help his core and stability, because Simo's a double amputee, so obviously he's got
nearly triple.
Yeah. So I think he works on his core a lot to help.
I know,
him.
yeah. There's loads of.
He used to be really top heavy and falling out all the time, but now
I remember
all that core stuff, he's able to control his chair a bit better and stay in the game more.
Yeah. He's inspired me to want to do yoga and other sports. My core.
Well, some of the Leeds players have been on a little workout this morning. So there were me, Josh Butler, Jody, and Simo. We all joined the call thing, and we did a little workout this morning.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Who were leading it?
I'm avoiding all this sport. Nice. So how come you didn't take that kick, Tom? Because Scraps is obviously a shit kicker.
Well, what thing is, if you notice, we all swap kickers at Leeds. It's because I don't know, we don't know who's in the better rhythm, because we all focus on rhythm. So if we get our first kick, then I think we're all good, and then that person normally continues and doing that. But if we all keep missing,
you should be doing the next one then.
Yeah, I'm taking the next one, I think. Yeah.
But that's a good point as well, though, because like when we played a whole game this season, and I think I was so angry, and having to kick during all of that, I was just like, just hitting it, turning around and going. I was so annoyed. But like you say, if you have multiple kickers and you're like, cool, you go up. But obviously, it's one of those where it's hard to kick when you haven't got that rhythm.
It takes the pressure off the individual as well. So say if you've had you've been under the cosh a bit, and you're pretty knackered, and then you get chance to go back and recover and do that pretty much, and you don't have to stress about the kick.
It's a shame Josh didn't hold his wing then. He could have scored a try much earlier.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, sure, go on. I think Leeds, you're really good at like crossing all the time, and then I think you kind of take it to an extent where it's too much.
Nathan.
You just exaggerate.
I think that's when that were definitely in the 2019 Grand Final. That I think we were just trying too hard to flow and to try and move you all around, and I don't think it worked. And you just, to be fair, you defended it all, and you did class.
It would have worked if you're going to take it back or not, Jack.
You just did.
No, it's James. Sorry. No, you didn't take it back far enough.
What? We literally just watched it.
No, you just watched back from the play from Scraps, but where he could have not crossed over was before that. So go before. Oh, that's a bit too far, mate.
Oh, hang on, mate.
Jack,
it's a tiny scrub
Jack's
bar.
so much better at this.
Is that a compliment from you, Seb?
Yeah.
It's not like you.
Well, I love Jack.
Is it from this one? Yeah.
Yeah, there, just there. If Josh had stayed on the wing there, that was a try, 100%, because the Argonauts winger came in onto Scraps. Did you all see that?
Yeah, I saw that. It's Josh loves to turn in, because I always say to him, if I'm cutting over your line, that you're running at wing, you need to cut inside and
in that situation, like Scraps went into the winger, and there was like a huge gap between the winger and the line, and it was
I think what he's working at is knowing when and when not to cut in. Like before, he used to get him to pass the ball as well, because he used to just be greedy and just take ball and not pass it. And then we've kind of got that out of his game. He just needs to work on that a bit more.
Yeah, I've seen that. Great pass, mate.
Pass. Did you just wink at the camera before that pass, Tom?
I like
I don't know. Might have done, mate.
The reason we got a cross off of that is because there was 3 of us on one side of the post and then 2 on the other, and it was one of those where I was going to push out a cross, but then I think Josh Butler actually spun out of it, so he didn't come into that play. So then when I pushed across, because James tried to cover in between the sticks instead of sticking on Ryan. That's how the gap opened up.
You're in a good rhythm.
It should. I think I give it back to Nathan after this. I don't know why. But I remember.
It's arrogant and cocky.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. To be fair.
Look at him. Comment. Give over. What does that mean?
Get the kicking tee. Give it over.
Yeah. Stop falling out your chair, Scraps.
Have we done the England Aussie game where Tom missed that kick?
No.
Oh, don't. Please don't.
What was your rhythm then?
Thing is, there were like 7 kicks in middle at stick, so I thought, oh, hold on, I've got this one here. And next minute, I just pulled it wide. I was like, what? And next minute, Twig and Tom Coyd brought me off straight after the kick, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's hard to stop Ryan, though, isn't it? I mean, look at him.
Just got to get a chair, dude.
You what?
So you just got to get a chair.
Yeah, Cheddy. Oh, it's not always easy.
I think the biggest thing for defence is what we've been implementing recently, which is the whole team picking a side and forcing them one way that we've been doing. Man. That makes it a lot easier.
Well, it's like when we was talking to others, and a lot of people didn't realise that this is our first ever final ever.
Yeah.
And like people forget how new we are to this game still.
That was so on.
I'm happy we're watching Fred playing now. We can see all his errors.
Do you want to see why that happened? Great score afterwards, but see if I can scroll that back. I think it was this one. No, it wasn't. That's from the kickoff. It's hard to fuck.
It's cost this video 2 games.
So long. Yeah. Here. Oh, let's go from there.
Hazel's already admitting to something.
That would have been the first try.
Oh yeah.
So look. So on that pass there.
On that one, to be fair.
So with it's because obviously Dan's not got any core. So as soon as his chair hits Ryan, he will go flying forward. So just missed timing on that pass, and it was what we talked about knowing people and knowing disabilities before you go into games and stuff like that. So obviously I know that Dan was open. It's like, here comes the ball. As soon as he gets hit, he's gonna fly forward. There's no point. And it's like
anyway.
Oh yeah, mate.
If he was like just 30 centimeters more to the left wing there, he would have avoided Ryan because Ryan had his back to him, so he couldn't really defend that well.
Yeah.
He would have. He was too close to Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could argue that Ryan's hitting a person without the ball.
Oh yeah, but we're not going to argue how are we? It's rugby. Just. But that's what I'm saying. It's like the disabilities and stuff like that are actually in this sport and stuff like that. And this is what top level for 2019. And then a great little give. Oh,
I were in 2 minds here, whether to go to you or
Lewis, mate. That's why I held on to it. I see you looking at me. I was like, I got you.
Some of the worst or best tries that Fred gets are the ones where he's sat. You get your chair position perfect, so you get right in front of him.
Yeah, look.
And he just leans down behind your chair. He's able to reach around your chair and put the ball down on the try.
But I think Scraps in that he clipped the post pad, so I think he clipped that, and then I think he just slowed down so he couldn't reach her. And then I were there looking for him, and I just couldn't find him, so I had to stay on that man until obviously he passed it. I think too late.
Suddenly passing the ball. You punch her. How you been doing anyway, Tom?
I'm all good, yeah. I'm all good, mate. What about you?
So I saw your daily diary.
Oh, did you?
quick 5K, doing some weights and stuff. Good man.
That's all I've been doing pretty much since
Yeah.
lockdown.
I don't have any weights. I mean, I've just moved into this new flat before the lockdown, and I don't have any weights at all. Nothing. So it's a bit annoying.
So you had your boxing bags, didn't you? You just get that done.
I've got my yeah. I received that. I received that literally like a week before the lockdown. So yeah, I was supposed to put it in the garage, and the garage isn't ready. So I put it in the guest room.
Oh yeah. Every time you get frustrated, I'll just go into the guest room.
To motivate me, I always put someone's name on it.
Hopefully, it's not mine.
No, it's been Tim's every day for Tim Robinson.
I'll be watching the stream. Be ripping into
Argonauts, the only team that I've seen that they all have knee pads.
Yeah, man.
Was that a drop goal attempt?
Yeah, I don't know why. It was a strange one. I think I've only ever done one. And I was just like, oh, this is on. What are you doing? Why do I wear knee pads? Mate, because I'm 6'5", cramming myself in a tiny chair.
I'm not asking you why. I'm just saying most.
Yeah, man.
All of the Argonauts players do.
First tournament I played, I managed to chip both of my elbows. And I was just like, wow, I can't have this.
I'd love to see you play in the dark, like having these Daft Punk things all over your body.
You know they don't glow, right?
They look like they do though. They're like bright green. They look like they do glow in the dark.
Yeah, man. Planet Eclipse, sponsor for life.
Oh, Scrap Scott Lewis. Then can we watch that back, please?
Scraps is getting really good at that picking and strings.
Jesus.
He's really good at it, and he's really fast at just running onto the ball. Like he picks it perfect. His timing is absolutely unbelievable. Just get it when Lewis is turning his back.
But imagine if every drive we took was at like that speed. You know what I mean? It's like rather than just doing that. Because a lot of us we end up trying to go faster when we get to the try line. But imagine if we did that for all of us yardage players as well. How many more line breaks you get?
Yeah, I think it comes down to timing as well. Like timing is so key.
Well, that's what we've been saying on every stream. It's like all about fast play the ball and timing, good tempo, and that was a perfect execution of it. There was fast play the ball. He came and played in the player that's retreating, so played in his back. And Lewis is retreating, probably not quick enough, but yeah, it turned the wrong way because he went looking back.
It's turned the wrong way, but for me, I don't think there was a lot he could have done there because even if he turned the other way, Scraps would have gone on his other shoulder.
Yeah, he would have gone to the other shoulder. You've got to kind of retreat as quick as possible and look what's happening. But in situations like that, it's really hard to do anything about it. So the best you could have done is just slow the grabbing of the tag off of Tom, just so he can't play the ball that fast.
Oh yeah, that's an ongoing theme throughout this whole game.
We're trying to play marker at the same time before that.
They're talking about, mate, we have all watched this a lot, mate.
They've got a script, have they?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, probably is.
Seb doesn't watch anything that he's not in.
Mate, yeah, that's really bad. It's what we said earlier about, watching other teams play.
I've always watched other teams play. Just not, I don't need to watch these ones because none of you want to play against us. So.
Mate, we said we'd play against you. Where did you go? You went to New Zealand for like 3 months. You're like, we'll play, and then disappeared.
Yeah, I want to play against you, but I'm not afraid of you, is what I mean.
I mean, you should be.
Nah.
You should be. You forget, I've seen you play a lot.
Mate, you don't know him. You don't know me.
I've just seen you try and punch a punch bag as well. Terrified.
Jokes, mates, my friends.
I've just realised we're only 11 and a half minutes into this game and we've been live for 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's because we had paused it and went back, didn't we?
Leeds are making such a mess of that Argonauts defence. Coucou Kif Kif. Do you want to watch that back? See how that mess happened or what? This is interesting for you guys. Come on, let's watch it back.
That was the replay.
it. We literally just watched it back, Seb.
Yeah, but that's the last play. You don't see the build up to how your defense got into a mess.
Well, no, I know exactly how.
How then?
I chased from marker, thinking that someone else was coming in, and they had more players on the right hand side of me, so no one come to it, and it was I should have pushed harder to get in front.
Well, I would have liked to see it again. God, Tom, you're so sexy, mate.
Cheers, mate.
I think when was it? I think it was one of the Aussie games over there. You listen to the commentator, and when you take your kick, I think Scraps takes the first one for England, and then you take the second kick, and as you it might have been grand final, and you line it up, and when you kick it, it goes, "Oh, that's how you kick a ball. That's how it's done."
Oh, yeah, it's grand final. It's grand final.
He proper gets off on your way of kicking.
Who does that?
It was
commentator at grand final, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you've got, you do it well. You look good when you do it.
Steez. Yeah, skateboarders call it steez.
Style. You've got good style.
Me and Wayne have similar styles, to be fair. We both line it up the same way. It's just I think I have a longer push and stuff like that.
I think it's because you look good doing it, mate.
Yeah, I think that's probably the reason why. That's the motivation that I do to play, just to look good whilst doing it.
It's got to look good, yeah. Moisturise.
Oh, that could have been a try. That's a shame. How was that not a try?
I think Simo didn't straighten up. Is that? Yes, Jimmy. Yes, James. Good tag that.
He just died for it.
They made a mess out of your defence once again. Like really playing with your defence.
Watch the offload.
He's not giving it. That's the problem with Ryan. So sometimes he gives great offloads because he fights a lot when he gets the tackle. But then when he doesn't give it, it's just a waste of time.
I think part of it is he's scared he don't want to make an error. Because if he makes an error just on his offload, then it's like it gives them the ball and we lose all our momentum, really.
Yeah.
Is Ryan coming back next season?
I believe so, yeah. I believe so.
Great offload there from James.
Oh, yeah, forward, but Je veux bien en goûter un, moi, s'il te plaît. Ah oui, j'adore.
Oh. I think this is me getting bad shady.
Look at this. Ready? Oh, that wasn't forward.
Yeah, we know. Chex just said he bends his body in weird shapes to get through.
What?
You're commentating. He bends his body in weird shapes to get through.
There's an aspect of contortionism, isn't there, in this game?
Oh, 100%.
So you've just been dobbed in, Seb. Apparently, you've been messing around while you've been on stream playing banjo. Just sent me a little video of you playing your banjo while you're on stream.
Don't show that, mate. Don't show it. Merci, Gif. Ils mettent ces streams à 1h où j'ai trop faim, donc ouais, c'est dur.
Yeah, I agree.
True.
Mate, you've got to cut your hair as well, mate. It's getting in your way.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I can only cut it so often, though. So if I've done an audition or if I've done a casting for anything, I'm not allowed to cut my hair.
Put with your cap on them.
Oh, yeah.
Bandana. Lewis could have gone with you then, Fred.
Yeah. Joe just took a little bit too long to get set back up.
Nice offload. Where's the other
Great
one?
tonight.
Oof. That's a try if Hazel had that tag in time.
There's no way.
Yeah. I was going to say the main difference right now between both teams is that Leeds are doing much faster play of the balls. I mean, you're getting through and stuff, but then every time you have to re-tag, it takes like 5 minutes. Whereas Leeds, it's just it goes on and then they play on.
I think it's down to completion as well. I think we're completing our sets as well.
Oh, they got dropout.
Oh yeah, Simon got a knock to it, didn't he?
There was something like, yeah, I can't really remember that.
I can't wait to go play at this arena, but actually on the big hall. That's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, we see him
big
putting all the light fittings up when we was there. The last time we was there.
Big massive tees where you just see the massive hall with like loads of space, and then you have to just go into this one.
Ooh, might have been a little forward that one, but what are you doing, Seb?
Just stealing a muffin. Give me someone.
You've just had something to eat.
I'm hungry.
Oh, didn't look forward.
It looked on the big one, but not as much of there.
Love it. Can't have anything.
So where are you staying at the moment, Tommy? You with Nicola?
I'm just at my house, my house with my nana and granddad. I'm just staying here.
So you've not been able to see your missus at all?
Nope.
Video calls?
Oh yeah, pretty much FaceTime every night and every day. But that's about it, really.
What about the?
We're not getting into that, Seb, are we?
Wow.
I might FaceTime you for that, Seb.
All right, thank you, mate.
Good pickup.
I'll make sure I've got a muffin ready.
Oof. 2-man tackle.
I wonder if Dan would benefit from having a tall waist strap.
The thing is he can't push because we tried all sorts of things with Dan.
See what I mean? Well, every tackle, it's too slow.
His tag fell off.
I know, but tackle before that, Lewis got through it, but then took the extra push too far and took a long time for him to put his tag on.
Oh, right.
As well.
I thought we were talking about that one. I was like, he literally just dropped it.
Great line.
Yeah, that was bad from us.
Need to defend that better.
Oh, James, that's on you, James. Hazel.
Shame.
Poor
Hazel.
boy.
Damn, what was that? Let's see that replay. Look, there he is, turning around. And he just decided to go and have a drink.
1 second, someone's at my door. And I'm not going to make Jade come off Fortnite.
Wow.
Wow. Jade, thanks for that. Fortnite's more important than this stream, obviously. Missed comms. That was no, that's not missed comms.
It was. He turned away. I think he thought that I was cutting underneath him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well,
It's such a shame because the game we played in the league before this was such a good game.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was so end-to-end.
It was like such a good one. And then when we played this, it was like, yeah, it's going to be the same again. It was like, let's go out there and push. And it just didn't click.
You have those games. I think ours were in the grand final we've been playing class all year, and as soon as we get to the big one, it was just like we flopped. And
yeah, but why did you flop? What happened in the grand final that didn't happen in all the other games?
we weren't completing our sets. We were making stupid errors that we wouldn't know.
But why? What happened?
Tell him what he wants you to say is because you were there, Seb.
Well, I thought Seb were a bit overweight and
slow.
It's a bit slow in that game.
I was.
Oh, the sub of mighty Joe Coyne. Come on.
Mate, I can hear everyone like an echo. Who is this? What's happening?
It's probably Jack.
Well, cut his mic then.
I have. Oh, it's not Jack then. Oh, he's back now.
Is it me?
Hey! Someone's muted my mic.
No, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Oh, Joe Coyne. I can still hear myself. Oh, it's stopped now. No, it hasn't. I don't know.
So what we were saying earlier, the other time about supporting plays and stuff like that. If you watch this is like spot on what supporting of the run makes. So at no point did I think I was going to get the ball there at all. I just pushed out wide, so Scraps had to come over.
Yeah, you just drag Scraps across. And
Lewis is doing the same thing from the play of the ball.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier on. It's team sport, isn't it? So you've got to always be there just in case. And you know, even if you're not going to get the ball, it's going to bring the attention to you a bit.
You know, when you push up, you've got a semi-decent sort of knowledge of if you're going to get the ball or not. And it's like sometimes, cheers, mate.
Mate, I thought you were taking a run up like 50 yards back.
God, but that's 2 pushes, dude. They're big wheels.
Yeah. Good kick, mate. Bravo.
There's a kick I do in the second half. If you have the sound up, you hear it because I get wedged against the sideboards. And as I kick it, my little finger clips my push ring, and you just hear ting as I kick it. It's like, oh, that's gone.
Ooh.
Good kick, that, to be fair.
Yeah, man. All of yours, literally. There's so many that went to the same spot.
It's Scraps. He's a great kickoff taker. Great. But whenever it comes to me, I'm always panicking. I'm like, where do I kick it? Where do I kick it? And then when I do kick it, it always just goes out. I'm like, pff. I think the best kickoffs are where it stays in.
Who picks up your tags, Fred?
No one.
Oh, you don't have a tag man?
No, man. It would be Little Pete now. Joe's on, so Little Pete would be doing it now. But it's one of those where we started. We started the season with something like 60 tags. I think we ended it with 30, 33 or something.
I've got one of yours at home.
Cheers, mate. But it was one of those where it's like, where are all the tags? So we just went and bought like 140 pink ones, thinking that's it. No one's got pink. We're good. And then
you guys got the yellow ones, and then we copied you, didn't we?
We got yellow first because no one had them. Then we got white, and then the thing is I have to talk to North Wales Crusaders because the last 2 times we bought tags, they bought exactly the same ones. Like they've all got pink ones as well now. And I was like, you're joking.
Good recovery.
I think
Joe really going into that tackle.
Let's try saver though, innit?
Yep.
There's your 2.
Ooh, that was a penalty for me.
Oof, good hands.
He blasted that at him, didn't he?
Yeah, man.
Swing it left. Swing it left.
It's too slow though. Every time there's just a second or 2.
He has 4 people right at the sticks.
Should we? Hey.
Probably could have gone through hands and still had a chance there.
Yeah, it was that. It's like you say, it's that misjudgment of the tag up. And as soon as that is, your head sort of goes elsewhere. Oh,
Calling the ref out, huh?
You can see it as well. He like looked over and just went, "Oh!"
Oops.
I was like, "Dick!" As soon as he did it, as well.
That's why Karen wanted you on the stream, mate. That's why she wanted you on the stream.
Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I swear you said something about you have to play the rules and not the.
Playing the rules, mate. That's
Scraps,
part of
looking at the ref again.
Yeah.
Should never talk to the ref.
Now, Tom, you might be able to tell us. Scraps, when he goes into tackles holding the ball up like that, and then the ball falls out of his lap, and then he like appeals for someone ripping the ball, and he gets the call all the time. He is doing that on purpose, isn't he?
I have no idea, to be honest. You have to ask him that.
My legal team has advised me not to talk about that.
He's very sneaky, though. I'll give him that. He's very
Yeah,
sneaky.
it does it all the time. When you play against him, like it happens in this game where he drops it, and I was like, "No," and he was like, "You got to try,
No.
you got to try." Yeah,
And because he's small, all the refs like feel bad for him.
yeah.
Calls,
Like,
but you know.
bless him, he's really trying. And he's like,
People don't know how much of a dick he is.
I remember the game against France where he just came on for his World Cup debut. Came on and scored an hat-trick in 15 minutes and started on Danny as well. It was like, what?
That was my best clip of the whole World Cup. Was Danny turning around, cocking his fist up, ready to punch someone, and then he sees looks down and sees Scraps and just goes, "Don't do that again."
I think ever since then, Scraps has had that tough guy approach, hasn't he?
He can get away with his size, though. He can get away with anything.
Oh, I like this
look
one.
at that.
Take this one back. I like this one.
If you watch me, I'm fuming at this bit.
Mate.
Right. So the funniest thing is obviously this is when Jack was staying at my house as well, and I told him about this before we played.
Right, I want to see how this happened. Who was so bad at defence at Leeds to let this happen?
I think Simo and Ryan collide, and then it literally just stops. I think it's Ryan Mann there. And Simo push backs and goes into him, and it.
So, for me, this is exactly what we were saying last time, where Simo should be up with the defence as a unit and sliding together.
Yeah.
Because if he just was up with Ryan and they slided together towards the touchline, there was no way he could get through.
No,
I mean, I think at this time though we didn't learn about showing the person the shoulders.
Yeah, it's before the time, innit?
Yeah, so that was 100%. When me and Jack would sit at home and just watch games, I was like, wait, Simo doesn't sit up on the line. And I was like, you can crash someone into him 100% because he does. He'll turn sideways and then pull backwards or push forwards. And we was like, oh, I can 100% get on there.
But that way of defending never works. I don't know why he's doing that all the time. It just doesn't work.
I think it's because of he used to be playing the centre position.
Right.
So he played centre like for I don't know how many years he's played it, but he's always played centre. And then this year, because there's obviously Ryan, there's me, there's Ewan, there's Josh Butler who plays centre as well. All the centre, I think he's been moved out to wing, and I think he's moved out to wing at England as well. So he wants to get used to it, and with a new position as well, I think it's hard to get the defence thingies in. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking that's logical. I'm thinking of, but it could be.
So what Halifax do, for example, when in that situation, the defense goes up and they kind of like the attacker, they'll just pass him over. So the attacker's coming up, and if he slides all across, he's just like up onto you, like the Chuckle Brothers. Like
yeah. You pass him over.
You pass him over, and if he's not your man anymore, you're ready for the next man inside. And you know that try should never have happened, especially someone like Fred Nye.
Whoa, mate! I cannot wait to turn you inside out. I'm really going to look forward to it.
So
he's going to run Gilles right into your face.
Oh, nice.
Sag first. So that was another thing coming into it, especially on Jodie's side. We know you can, again, the gap there seems really tight, so you can get either on the outside or the inside. Because there's so many. Yeah, tell me about it. There's so many times that little dump over the top works in that corner.
I think it's mostly because I over chase. So every time.
Well, that's it. Oh yeah, it's not. It's just yeah, it's going into that corner. So try and drive them out to make the gaps and then cut back in.
It's a great move. It's a great spot. Like,
I mean,
every time I watch it back, I'm like, this is class.
They could as well on that last one. James could have switched positions with Ryan because Ryan's chasing it. Was chasing further.
Yeah.
Sorry, what, mate?
Can you just watch that back from the beginning, please? I just want to. So we've been talking about timing and tempo all the time. I just want to show how perfect Traps is at timing during this whole set, and he's the only one doing it correctly at the moment. To watch it back from before that. No, the one before that is even better. This is like a minute before that. Yeah, so
that's
from
where
here.
I fell over. Yeah.
So I don't know who takes the ball here, but look, tags on and Scraps has got it, and like the timing there is perfect.
That's one of the things.
He's ready to play the ball, but he's not.
He's good at.
He's good at holding back. From that. So because French players, they do that a lot, don't they? They do sit back and wait for the time to go. I know Jill does it really well. And I mean, we're saying you've got to be there all the time. You've also got to be there for the next play as well. And you know, he waits out and waits for that right moment to go in at full speed, and it works. Oh, that was close.
Good draw.
So he's really good at the timing. The timing of it.
Unbelievable timing. I remember seeing this opportunity, because if the replay shows back, Ryan tries to go already, and I pull him back and say, "No, we can get this on here. We can get this on."
But again, that was your setup there, where as soon as you square it up, that's where you stop the overroll.
It's like James for me, Dan out on the wing as well. The other way.
Yeah. For me, every time I take the ball up, I always want to draw in two defenders. If I don't draw in two defenders, I've not done my job right.
Yeah, man.
And that's literally what I feel. Even if it's just a straight drive, and then I want to aim in between two players, so then I've tied them both up, and then we can get an overlap on the outside of that, and we can hopefully score off the back of it.
But that's it. It's like we all say, as soon as you have two on you, that means you've got one more person than they do. That's
And especially in this sport, you're easy going to pick that out.
Oh yeah.
Pick that hole out.
Still in this game though.
Yeah, it's still a close score. I personally think Leeds is playing better at the moment, but
100%.
I don't think it was until the second half where the scores started to actually the distance became bigger. But even at that stage, it felt like there was still the game felt close, if you know what I mean.
It's one of the strangest things, especially when obviously when we came up and we played the likes of you in Halifax, although the score would be abysmal, it would still be a case of the intensity of the game would still be there. At no point would either team sort of ease up.
That's the thing is, it was like this whenever we played Halifax in I think pretty much 2-3 years ago, we'd be in it until this 10-minute period, and then this 10-minute period, Jack would come on, Jack would literally just score 5 tries in that 10-minute period, and we're just what has happened here? And it's just trying to.
That was what your plan was going into the 18 grand final, wasn't it?
We just tried to keep 2 men on you all the time and just try and
focus on waiting for my burst. And going through it and then upping everything else around that sort of thing, which worked really well for you.
Joe's little wave. My bad.
My bad.
Just thought Joe's going to be well jealous that Haliwell's got on before him.
I know he's going to be crying.
He's got to get an agent like Karen.
Yeah.
I don't come free.
Yeah, I think Seb's FaceTime you after for that bit, isn't he?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
With the muffin.
that's a payment. A muffin with me.
What about that rocky road over in Australia, Seb?
Oh, mate, that was the worst.
That was literally just a brick.
I know. Oh, that rocky road. I thought I was going to really enjoy that, and I didn't.
That was pre-game that as well.
I know. I ate too much in Australia.
Oh, it doesn't sound like you.
It really, really affected me on the pitch.
I think it did me. I think in the Brisbane game because I think we ate like literally like an hour before the game or something.
Oh yeah,
like
mate, I can't.
No, man. Like back in my basketball days, you had to eat sort of maybe 2.5 hours before.
I don't like eating before games.
I can't do it 3 hours before. It's got to be at least 4 for me. Like 3 hours before, but I'm still digesting. I just can't play.
I struggle with food anyway, but I mean on game day it's just like even worse.
Ugh. Annoying fucking bounce.
Is that the example that you were meaning?
Oh, there's so many, but
I want to analyze this. I want to see it.
Cheers, Jack. Ugh.
Seb will have to be the unbiased opinion here.
Yeah,
Let's just go from the kick. I can't get any. It's annoying.
it's not that long after this anyway.
Cool. Good bounce by Jody.
Says now. Nah,
I know.
not that time. Not that time.
I don't think that time. He wasn't offering it up that time.
Oh no.
He had the ball in his hand. If anything, for me, that's a knock on, and he lost the ball.
Oh, this is a good try. This.
God, spoilers, Tom.
Oops.
Oh yeah, the try of the week.
Yeah.
So just the smartest play here is from Ryan. Now you'll see it in the replay. He just rolls through.
With this as well, the video doesn't do it justice as like how little time we actually had to pass the ball.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, you're not going to see it. So what Ryan does is just drifts through the gap and he cuts across in front of me, and it was just like, oh.
Yeah, if he's not actively trying to get in the way of you, it's no.
Yeah, he looks away as well. And I was like I said to him, I was like, "You bastard!" He was like, I was like, "Oh."
I think you'd have struggled to get there anyway.
Oh yeah, but it's just like I say, those little things.
Them little 1%ers that give you the edge.
Yeah.
That add up. That's another phrase that Simo loves to use, but 1%ers.
Oh, what's your opinion, Tom? Because Seb says I'm the dirtiest player in the game.
Ooh.
I think it's harsh, to be fair.
To be fair, I think you're up there.
I'm up there.
Just by the little things you do. Like I remember every game, you always end up getting me on floor. So I'd take a drive up, and the next minute you get good chair position. But I end up on floor, and I always look at you, and I always laugh.
It's the one when if you get someone to ride up on your wheel.
Oh, it's so annoying.
The perfect example was like the last grand final. I think Ryan gets a try disallowed because I tip him out of his chair, and they don't give the try because I'm pushing away from him. But what I've actually done is because I turned, it tipped him out of his chair, made it look like he was diving.
With
and
that
because
as
I'm
well,
pushing away, they don't think I'm involved in it.
With that as well, it's literally that slowed all our momentum down in that grand final as well. Because I think we were on the back, like we were putting pressure on you all, and that when I think we were like 4 points behind at that point, and then Ryan scored, and I think that really turned it into your favour. That and we
Fred.
lost it from there.
Yo.
Put it back, please. The whole set. Tom, to be fair, I did say Simo was in the top dirtiest players in the game as well.
He said to me after the game. He said to me after the game that I hit you, and then I remember watching it back, and I noticed it in corner. I was laughing my head off.
Yeah, he like elbowed me in the face or something.
In that one, it looks like he winds it up. It looks like he winds it up, and you see your head just go boom.
and the ref was right next to us as well. And I look at him like, did you not see that?
Simo and Joe have a good.
Oh yeah, man.
Games.
We spoke about it before.
It's so funny.
The one game we played at your place, actually before this, when Simo had the camera on, and he was like, "I can't do it today. I've got a camera. Got a camera."
Right. So is this it back now?
Yeah. This is the start of the set because I get the ball.
Just because I saw like that you had so good numbers on the right wing, and you didn't use it, and I thought it was such a shame.
Yeah.
Because you could have scored so easily right now. Like, you get that. It's a good recovery of a kick.
That's why you have the elbow pads.
Shit, man.
Not afraid to go to contact. And then from here, no, it's not this one.
No, it's the one. So 2 people over 1 and James.
Right now, Carl plays the ball, bam, 3 players to the right. That's a try. And then, I don't know, it just takes ages and you go to the left and then it just becomes a mess.
This is where it goes into a mess here. It's like, hits off with Lewis, no one there. And then I get stopped, run off of Joe cutting across and everyone just, And
that's where, so when Hazel went in then, his only aim is not to score a try there. He goes in, he's taking a settler. He has to go slowly, draw in 2 players if possible, and like really fast play the ball, and like all of you go to one side. And that was a try all day long. But I don't know, he goes in, puts up for a tiny bit of a fight, takes 10 minutes, put his tag back on, and then everyone's under pressure trying to score a try on their own, and just throw the ball, and it's a mess, and it's awful.
Yeah, for me, there as a pivot, as the position I play, I want to step back and take a breather in that situation. So if we're on the line, I'd want to step back, review the areas where we can go, and then
where the gaps are.
Instead of going all 100% full out, that's where you need to take a breath.
The Argonauts in this have been really good at in yardage and getting into good ball, getting into their half. But it's like just when you get into that try line, everyone's heads just start going. You all just like throwing the risky pass, being a little bit too risky when you're on the try line area, rather than
it's
everything else. All right, it's just finishing.
It's so like
as soon as you get down there, it's like this whitewash fever where you feel you have to score. I'm just going up for me personally, where like previously, I'd every time we got used to like near the try line, you'd think, "Oh right, I need to score
at that
now."
distance, that's like 80% of the court you've just covered in the first things.
Yeah. Right, that was a shame as well. Then.
Joe shouldn't have cut under.
I mean, the pass is the try is good.
Yeah, but no, it was it was just then. I think Joe cut back into the corner, so we got everyone in that corner, and we spread wide, and he cut underneath us.
Yeah, but you still had a 2-on-1 on the left wing, but they were a bit far for you to pass the ball.
Yeah, it's the same again. So you can't like beaming passes it down. You have to get such a sweet spot.
That's like your try, Haliwell, in grand final.
Oh yeah, where you just squeeze through the little gap.
Where you lost the ball, catch it, and put it down.
Yeah.
I think it's the end of the first half.
I think this will be the last kick.
Yeah,
Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred.
I think I get it.
You got this, mate.
I think I missed 2 so far.
Like, just say it. I am bored, man. I am bored.
I wouldn't say that.
That's what was the score? Half time.
If I just scored that, was 2, so 44-30 maybe.
So what I see at the moment is that Leeds are playing much better collectively, like as a team. They're playing better. And you're getting through thanks to some individual skills and all that. And I think if you did use team play better and fast play the ball better, you would be up there like at least same score as them or more.
Hazel's just said Simo called Joe a girl and things got heated.
That was our home match. Jesus.
Simo might be the top dirtiest player in the game.
Joe is at the top.
Joe's
100%. Joe is at the top.
100%.
I mentioned it last time. He never commented.
Joe was trying to come up with his, they call it the shithouse team. He was trying to pick out his squad of shithouses that he wants to get to everyone together.
He says he's captain, kicker, playmaker.
I just remember getting into his head when he played at Medway Dragons, playing for Leeds. Was it Leeds? Who was I playing for? Yeah, I was playing with you guys, I think. Did we play against Medway together? I can't remember now.
I think we did.
Yeah, I got into his head then.
And
Didn't I joke?
You were involved in our first ever victory over Halifax as well, Seb.
Yeah,
Was that the one where I missed the kick?
Yeah. I'm still to this day, I think you did that on purpose.
Cross my heart.
First time ever Leeds beat Halifax. What a good day that was. And then we went to that pub or whatever for some good food. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I remember getting annoyed at everyone.
Has to be the post office. It was at Halifax.
Yeah, it must
have
been.
It was in that area where there's also Five Guys and all that.
Oh, yeah, I know which one. I don't know what you mean. Can't remember which one.
We weren't with you, were we?
No. It was only Leeds, mate.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they didn't. They beat us, and they didn't even stay around to gloat about it.
What we do after most of our home games now, we always go for a team feed after it, just to talk about it and just get out of the system. And Team Nando's, that's what it is.
You got to hang out with the other teams, man. That's what you got. That's
no. We did. We obviously hang out with the other teams
and then go to the pub together.
You can't say that to Tom. He did after the grand final. He did. He stayed out with us. Where we're not going to where we were.
That were an all right night. That were good.
That were messy.
Oh dear.
I hate your haircut.
Right. One of the reasons I'm so good about this lockdown thing is we've just put in place at Halifax. We're now doing, after every game, all our food is at a rugby community pub centre kind of thing, like that. So we travel to, everyone travels to there. Got the bar. We can put the game that's just been played on the TV and stuff, and we're gonna have a nice spread. We're gonna be proper cooked food, cheap beer. And then the lockdown came along.
Beer? No.
This one, no.
Is that coming from the guy who was literally crying in Australia because he couldn't have a beer?
Where's my wine?
I need my Chardonnay.
No. I just strongly believe that we should have had a beer with the Australian lads after the Queensland game, and
I definitely think, like I've said to Jack the whole way, after you've smashed the crap out of people for a good 80 minutes, you have to then have that bond afterwards at a pub or just something, just to talk. Because that's the whole community side of the sport that, other than that, all you're going to do is turn up right, I need to hit them because last time they hit me. And it's just like, just gets a bit toxic.
I do think travel's a key factor in that. Obviously, say if you come to us, it's like a 5 hour drive. So then it's like if we go to a place after that adds another hour and a bit on. And then
we do it every game we go to, even if it's home or away. We'll say, right, we're going to go to a pub. Like, come with us. Like, even like we did it in North Wales, where they were like, "Here's your sandwiches." We're like, "Oh, we're going to go just down there for a drink. Do you want to come with us?" Because the thing is rather than that, we won't see any of you guys really unless we play each other. So obviously now it's different. But
I think it should be like a professional environment where, well, I mean, coming from an amateur rugby league background, we always used to have a presentation after the game. So the coach or whatever would go through who was the best player of the game, like man of the match, and go through where things, and we just socialise with each other. And then I thought in Australia, what we did really well. We everyone were mixing. I mean, I remember that North Queensland game, the first North Queensland game. In fact, every game really, we all were talking around. I don't think there were more than 2 England players stood next to each other. We're talking to the Aussies, talking to the fans, talking to everyone, and just getting amongst it all. And I think that's why our game is so good, because normally professional players, I don't want to, like, some of them are very big-headed and they don't want to see that sort of fans, but that is rarely, but most of them really want to be involved with the fans. And I think every single player that I know is more open to speaking about the sport, because I think you said it over day that no one's ever seen the sport and said, "Oh, I'm not a fan of this." They always say that it's amazing and they want to get involved, and I think that's why our sport is so unique in that sort of aspect.
And talking to the fans, especially after them games, it's the difference between someone going, "Oh, that was good," and then going home to actually having the full experience. So they get to talk to the people and get to learn something about the sport through them.
That's it. A lot of the time,
someone a passion for it rather than just getting a fun day out.
Yeah. But a lot of the time, the story then isn't, "Oh, I went and watched this wheelchair rugby thing." Like, you can see the video, they'll remember that. What they'll remember is the fact that you spoke to them afterwards.
Yeah,
that's what you take away from that. It's like, "Oh, the game was amazing," but when I spoke to such afterwards, it was great. Like, that's got more of an impact than just the sport.
Yeah, like you were saying about the like doing like a kind of award after the games. It reminded me when I went over to Catalan, we played Montalban, and straight after the game, they took us to this little wine bar or whatever it was and put some raw meat and some spread thing out, some weird French food anyway. But then the Montalban team, they had a top and flop caps. They had a cap which said top and or something like that, and a second cap said flop. So they actually nominated their worst player, and they had to buy everyone's drink. Like, okay, that's a little bit too far for me. That's a bit harsh. And apparently, like, the guy who got it literally gets it every single game. It's like they don't like change it up. They literally they are dead honest with it.
Wait, that's awful.
I don't think Joe would last if we did that. He'd probably have a little meltdown. Yeah.
Wait, we should do it in England as well.
Wayne would leave.
That would go to you.
Nah, it wouldn't be me, mate. We watched the World Cup final again. I don't know if you noticed. And we just watched all of Jack Terrors. It was like, God.
That was a tough one to watch. That was a tough one.
Jack Brown? Again?
Oh, man. Right, let's wrap this up anyway, because we've got a second half tomorrow now, Tom, which you got to come on for.
I'm working tomorrow, but
is that upper class lockdown?
Oh,
mate, you've got to.
I reckon you could get scraps on, and you could have this battle out.
Mate, we don't want scraps on. He's going to say, "You're all right," and that's what he's going to say.
What do you think of that, Scraps? We're good.
It's going to be a
while. Do you like my hat?
We're good. Right, cool. So,
wait.
Tomorrow, second half.
Yeah. What do you think about the nutrition webinar, Tom?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. But then someone had to
mention Charlotte
at the end.
You like Charlotte?
Yeah.
I wonder about this Decimo this morning, because he can't see him because he don't have Facebook. So he was saying, I didn't realise, Jack. I didn't realise you said it. I thought you said Sarah. And it wasn't until I watched the stream the next day that I realised that he said Charlotte instead.
Yeah, we was all cracking up, mate. Straight away phoned him. You all right, Charlotte? Sweet. Right, let's wrap this up. So tomorrow, 12 o'clock, second half. Tomorrow's Monday, right?
Yeah. Easter Monday.
So we'll have to find another Leeds lad, or maybe Jodie.
She'll be working.
Yeah, I think Jodie would be good.
Jodie's
a lad.
Jodie's key worker.
Yeah.
Saving us all, Jodie.
Scrap stuff. I think they could get on. Ewan.
Yeah, we'll give him a shout. Little Nathan.
We'll have a think about it.
Sweet.
We might try and start without a Leeds player, and then we'll wait for Karen to come in.
Wait till Karen does stuff.
We'll get Karen in. Cool. Right. See you all later. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Till next time.
No worries.
All right, see ya. You can.